Howdy and hey. I'll be narrating and explaining one of my personal favorite groups I have made for in my project, one of the best of the lessers, Section F. Section F was founded in the odd year of 2009 by a woman and her childhood best friend. These two have known each other since their youth and have been close for decades. Soon as they grew older, Hannibal and Mandy drifted down separate paths in life. Mandy, the founder of Section F, was left with a daunting question that lingered on her mind every single waking moment. Who am I and what am I? Mandy would sit to herself and think. She knew that she was a natural-born leader, and with her skills, she could possibly lead in one of the best organizations out there, FOG, the Federation of Genetically Gifted. Hannibal and her friend urged to follow her gut and to shoot her shot, and when she did, she was left with even more questions than she did have answers, as the FOG Higher-Up Council all came to a similar collective. Her resume was underdeveloped, and her skill set was lacking, and not fully in tune with what they were looking for in their leadership program. This was all a hard pill for Mandy to swallow, so much so that it left her doubting every bit of her own capability, until she took a nice trip out to an ancient plot of land, one of which has existed before society and will exist far after it. Mandy would look at the vast landscapes after pitching up a camp and doodling in landscapes in her own journal. For once, all those cluttering and suffocating thoughts came to a rest in the vast outdoors. The fresh air clouded her mind, but now, relieving her stress, she felt at peace. Still, the small part of her brain regularly reminding her about the recent shortcoming at FOG kept popping up. But it dawned on her, words that her father told her in her younger years. Never conform. The world wants us to conform, revolutionize, and be bewildered. The world is your own page. Scribble on it to your desire. Vague, but yet mumbo-jumbo statements like this stained her entire youth from her old man. But the words kept playing like a broken record. Do not conform. Mandy knew deep down that leading was her destiny, but FOG wasn't what called her. That's what something slivered onto her campsite. A feathered serpent with a defect, 2 heads, a bio, in nature. It was a sign. It was a message. A creature outcasted by its peers similar to Mandy, yet it prevails. Yet it becomes an apex predator in the plot of lands. What a wonderful world! Mandy drew the snake instantly, and the thought dawned on her. It was never about leading those who were great. It was about leading others to greatness. A greatness of which she dreamed of achieving. And this mere sighting was what ignited a flame within her belly. This woman came home with a dream, a goal linked to her soul, her very life force. That goal being a project that began. Section F. But Mandy could never go to SECA, the government, yet alone Freedom Link, one of the biggest contractors. Looking to pitch a faction idea was an insane thought, until it wasn't. Mandy started reading onto a blog on the internet about an entity capable of ensuring your dreams and making what you believed was dreams could become that of reality. This thought sounded outlandish and frankly childish, but Mandy was so desperate and with desperation comes leaps of faith, putting all your hope into something despite having little understanding of what the outcome could be. She found a way to make contact, and soon she made the bargain, that bargaining chip being one with a hefty value, her soul. But now she came, and she pitched her group idea to Freedom Link, and now with the supernatural force surrounding her, all the people gave her the green light. She was on her merry way, for now, until she realized that she was severely broke, and couldn't even run a base properly, yet alone pay for missions. There's where her childhood best friend, Hannibal resurfaced and began doing sly backdoor deals with her childhood best friend, which would go against the company's terms of agreement and even which some of the foundation that Section F stood upon. But this was Mandy's dream, and she wasn't going to let this slip out of her fingertips as soon as it arrived. The first year of SF was built on this shaky foundation between these two friends. Mandy helped Hannibal and Hanny helped Mandy. They were starting to look like a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde, one hell of a pair. but Mandy needed members. And after some dodgy interviews, she needed the right place to start. After putting her nose down to the grindstone, she finally found her first member, a local trash man recovering from a horrible incident by the name of Russ Garuff in the Philly area. Well, thank you guys for listening. I know that was a lot very quickly, but I have a part 2 that will dive deeper into the building of this lesser faction, as well as explaining other members from the said faction Section F, such as Pillock Pickles, Chonko, Sequence, Gillicuddy, Snobby, and Stomps. I hope all of you had a fun time listening to this as I did explaining it. So, have a wonderful day, and if you're not having a wonderful day, have a wonderful night. Whatever the hell, it doesn't matter. Thank you is what I mean.